Sigoli. Hello friends. Welcome to this video about typing Oneida characters onto your PC's keyboard. So the method I'm going to show you is using Unicode and hotkeys, or like shortcut keys where you press one key and then press another key, sort of like Shift U for a capital U, except I'm going to be using the Alt keys. I'm going to use a program called AutoHotKey. Now, there's other ways to do it. There's other ways to get special characters on a PC. I think you can do keyboard mapping, or you can buy a program or something. The Language House also has a really nicely designed font that you can use that will work in some cases, like a word processor, for example. It can use a Windows font with Oneida characters. Unicode has some advantages, though, and it's what others use a lot, and so I'll go over that in a minute. But first I'm going to show you just very simply how to set it up, how to use it. So if you go to AutoHotKey.com here and download the program, excuse me, it installs pretty easily, pretty simply. They have a beginner's tutorial here at this URL, and you can you can read about it, or you can even watch on YouTube. But it really is pretty easy. You shouldn't need any of that. There's also an AutoHotKey reference, quick reference that will tell you how to use AutoHotKey. Again, you shouldn't really need that. Just follow this tutorial, stick it in there, and it should be good to go. Now, once it's installed, though, it's not going to give you Oneida characters yet, because you have to run a script. AutoHotKey will run all sorts of different kinds of shortcuts. You need to tell it what you want it to do. And fortunately, you don't have to make up your own. You can just use mine, or you can start with mine and then modify it if you like. So there's a little file here called Oneida character script. It's got an AHK shortcut, AHK extension, I mean, and if you just double click on it, then it will start AutoHotKey. You'll know it's running because you'll see this little H, AutoHotKey, in the system tray. So now you'll have to run this. If you turn off your computer and then turn it on again later, your hotkeys won't work. You'll have to run this script again in order for it to run. So sometimes that fakes me out, because my hotkeys stop working, and I realize, oh yeah, it's because I turned my computer off and forgot to run the script again. You'll only have to do it once. Turn your computer on, run the script, you're good to go until you turn your computer off. So now, so there it is. So you just install the program, run the script, and then how does it work? Well, I'll show you here. Here are the hotkeys. Well, this is most of them. And so say I'm typing along, minding my own business here, and then I realize, oh, I want a glottal stop. So I'll hold the Alt Shift key, or the Alt key down, and then press the question mark, and then I get a glottal stop. And then I'll get a K and an O, and wait, the O I think I want to be, that has to be an accent. So I'll hold the Alt key and the apostrophe, and it'll give me an accent. And then if I want a lengthener on that, and I can't remember what Illegal has a lengthener, but let's just say it does, then I hold down the Alt key and the period, and then I get the lengthener. Now, so Alt plus the slash or the question mark gives you the glottal stop. Alt plus the period gets you the lengthener. Alt plus the minus key gets you the whisper underline. Alt plus the apostrophe gets you the accent. Alt 6 gets you the inverted V. So Alt 6 like that. Or if I do Alt Shift 6, I get a capital V. Now, two of them are a little unusual, and that is they affect the letter before. So say I want an accent this capital V, or this capital caret. I do Alt apostrophe, and you see it put it on the letter before. If I backspace, I just get rid of that. If I backspace again, I'll get rid of the letter. So say I have an O here and I want to underline it, then I do Alt minus and it backs up and underlines it. So those are the only two that work that way. The accent mark and the whisper underline back up and do the letter before. Basically, that's all you need to know. If you want to stop watching the video now, you're good to go. I'm going to give you a couple other pointers, though. One is that one of the advantages of using Unicode is that you can use lots of different fonts. You're not just stuck with one particular font. The Unicode, you can type it in Unicode and then change the font. And here are some standard Google fonts. So I'm using this file is just in a Google Doc right here, and I just made a little word processing file here and typed Oneida over and over again. You'll see that with the Arial font, it looks really nice because you've got the special characters, the caret and the glottal. They match the style of the rest of the font. And similarly, if you look down at Garamond here, you see that it matches nicely with the rest of the font. These fonts in Google, excuse me, these fonts have strong Unicode support. Unfortunately, not all fonts are going to work very well with Oneida characters. And a little lower here, I'm showing you some other Google fonts that don't work so well, including Avenir, which unfortunately is one of my favorite ones. But you see, when I do the special characters in Avenir, it doesn't match the font. It pulls the character off of Times Roman instead. And similarly with these others, see that they don't match as well. You can still type in Unicode. It's just that in certain fonts aren't going to work. Why is that? Well, because some fonts have what is called strong Unicode support, and all these standard fonts have strong Unicode support, and so they support a whole range of Unicode characters, including the Oneida characters. And you'll find the same thing with Windows fonts. This isn't just Google's fonts, but all the fonts that you have already on your computer. Some of them will support Unicode and some won't. So you just have to experiment. Will my Oneida look nice in this font or not? You'll just have to try it out. If you go to, for example, here is Professor Abbott's site, the UWGB online Oneida dictionary. You see, he has a way to type Unicode also here in the dictionary. When you're looking for a root, you can type an A, or you can type a caret, and so you can do that. And it turns out that my Unicode works exactly the same way, except you don't have to click the boxes. So I can do Alt caret and get the inverted V, or I can do A and then Alt apostrophe and make it accented. Now, one little thing I'll point out here is that my A with the accent is actually two characters. Remember, when I back up, I get rid of that one, and then I back up again, I get rid of the A. On the UWGB site, this accented A is actually just one character. So it looks exactly the same. It's not a big deal, except if you try to search, it's going to mess up your search because it's actually a different character. The computer thinks it's a different character. So if you want to do searching in the UWGB site, you probably should just, and you want to use the accents, you should probably click these. Now, here is my phone screen. And you can see I've got the First Voices keyboard on here, which is also an excellent tool. If you have an Android phone, you can run the First Voices keyboard. Just download the app, and you can get the Oneida keys. And so here I can type an A, and then the same way I can do an accent. It works exactly the same as mine. The accent and the underline back up and do the character before. So I checked actually, and the Unicode that First Voices used is exactly the same Unicode choices that I made when I made my AutoHotKey script. So they're a bunch of geniuses over there. They got it right. So if you send yourself a text or send yourself an email that you wrote on your phone and it shows up, in your computer inbox, you can cut and paste. It'll be exactly the same. Unicode characters, and then you can change the font or do whatever you like with it. So I'll just show you one more thing here, and that is, excuse me, the script. This is the script that I wrote. It's a fairly simple script. See, it's only basically from here to here. This other stuff are just comments. I just summarized the keystrokes that I picked. I'm showing you the script because you might think, oh well, you know, Alt apostrophe is fine for an accent, but I'd rather use Alt A for an accent. That's fine. You can actually go in and change this. So here I have the exclamation point is the Alt key in AutoHotKey, and then see I have the apostrophe here. I can actually back up and I can change that to an A, and then Alt A will give me the accent mark. So if you want to change up which keys you use, you're welcome to do that. Just modify my script. Just when you save it though, just make sure that you save it using the UTF-8 encoding, or it won't work right. So there you have it. You can use my script. You can modify it to make it your own, and have fun using AutoHotKey.